Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with challenge number 4 video for our Spring Junk Journal Joy 2025 Facebook group challenge. That is hashtag Spring JJ Joy 2025. So if you want to have your work seen, if you've got a YouTube channel or you're posting it on social media, use the hashtag and I'll be able to find you. You can also join my group. I will put the link in the video description box. Please be sure that you are answering the questions and agreeing to the rules. I'm having to reject with feedback a lot of requests. So please do take a moment and do that so that we don't have to go through that and you can just get in. So we're going to be making a simple, this is another card maker fold, and I do apologize. I saved just a screenshot of this a while ago and I cannot find it now. I cannot find the channel. So my apologies. It was not my idea, but it is another video, and I'm going to tuck this into a playlist called Card Maker Folds for Junk Journaling. And because I think that the card maker world is great for junk journaling too, because we like cool folds that have hidden writing space and that fold out and do all kinds of interactive things. That's the fun of it. So let me show you what we're going to be making. I've got my typical supplies. You don't need much. I've got Barely Arts glue. We're only going to need to glue on this little pocket, this little bit here, which will make more sense in a second. My ink, corner rounder, in case I want to round some edges. I was thinking about rounding some edges, so we'll see. So this is my template, which we'll talk about in a moment. Now, as you can see, this is much bigger than this. So I did it in 2 sizes. We're going to do one in this size on camera, and we're going to do one in this size. I always like my ephemera to be bigger. I love it to be bigger. So the base of this one is 7 by 7.5, scored at 2.5 inches, which is this fold here. And then the booklet, which is this piece, is 6 1/8 by 7.5. So our the original is only the base is 6 by 4, so the finished size is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So we are going to make one of each. Now on this one, on this template, I show you, I did cover up some of this, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to rectify that, probably tuck that in and rewrite that. I'm not sure. I usually come in and put some black marker over that so it shows a little bit more. Made some personal notes about what I'd like on the base. The decorative paper didn't really work because I didn't want to cover up a beautiful image. So I would just do tea stain or coffee stain paper for this side of your digital and then have your decorative paper on the back and on the flap. Which will make more sense now that we're getting into the project. So in this booklet, I just tried to do a little bit of an experiment and have it be more than just a card. So I put another piece of paper in there, and so we've got a little booklet. So I didn't do that for these, but I just wanted to show you you could totally do that. I just used a stapler, and it was super easy and would be very fun. It doesn't create a lot of bulk. So when this folds up, you just tuck this corner into that little triangle and you're done. And this is not so big that it can't fit in a pocket. So again, this measures 4 1/4 inches wide, plenty of room to go in a pocket. Now this one, I believe was, this one would also fit in a pocket because it's only 4.5 inches wide. It's just taller. And so my pockets or my journal pages are 5 1/4. So we've got plenty of room. This could also be tucked into a pocket. So without further ado, let's get going. So we're going to make one for the Grungy Library journal and one for the Spring Journal, my Spring Journal. And again, this will be part of the Junk Journal, the Spring Junk Journal Joy 2025 challenge. So let's go ahead and do this one so that we can follow this, because I don't want to lose you right out of the gate. So I'm going to open that up just so you guys can see that. I'm just going to kind of set it there. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it still. I'm going to move some things out of the way. I have had a very long day, you guys. It is 6 o'clock and I just got home, and I leave at 6:30 in the morning. And so it's been a really long day, long story, a lot of drama. So not my best day, but you know, we get new ones every day. So I'm grateful for that. So I've got my cutter, which I've already cut the papers down, which we'll talk about. And wow, I must have lowered the camera or something. So I've got my cutter, which I already cut, but we'll need to score. So I already cut this base down as I described in that. The base is 6.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 1/4 of an inch. I think this one gets scored, I can't remember, I might be reversing it and putting the little triangle on the other side. So we'll do one of each so you can see the difference. And then my booklet is 4 inches by 6 inches. So that is that. So again, I've already cut it down. So now, oh, I forgot to add that, our triangle. Let me add that to my little template here. So the triangle is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then that triangle is cut in half. So basically you've just got this square, doesn't have to be anything special, and then you just cut it from point to point in half. So nifty trick. So let's go ahead and work on the base. So we're going to score this at 4 1/4 inches. So I'm just going to open this up. And yeah, this one I wanted to go this way because I don't really, I mean, I guess I could go that way too. It doesn't really matter, but we're going to lose a lot of that. We're just going to get part of that. Oh, I really like those roses though. What do you think? Because you could go this way or you could go this way. I really like the fence. I think I'm going to do the fence. So that means that it's going to be all reversed, which is fine. So this is measuring 6.5. So we want to score it at 4 1/4. If I haven't lost you yet, I'm so grateful. So very grateful. So we're going to score that at 4 1/4. Okay. And then we're just going to give that a good burnish. And thank you. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but Miss Shelley sent me a little happy mail, and it's just got all these little bits of beautiful pink rose stuff, and she put in this enamel rose pin, and it's just absolutely amazing, as well as some other inspirational things, a scripture verse card that I've pinned on my bulletin board. And I had lost my bone folder. You guys have probably heard me whining about that. And it was just like this. And she sent me one. Is she not the sweetest ever? I still haven't found that bone folder. I have no idea what happened to it. So there we go. I'm just talking and talking. It's been a rough day. So, so that's that. Okay. So this, I'm going to have to think opposite here. So then you're going to take your other piece, which measures 4 by 6, and we're just going to score it in half, which would be at 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to kind of, oh, we're just on that side of the sign. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I hope that's not going to get, it is. Oh no, that's going to get glued down. Oh man, because this is going to have to go this way, and so we're going to have fence and fence. Well, we're going to make it work. Oh man, doggone it. That is a bummer. That was not intended. I may have to make another one and put this one in my sample or my reference journal. So we got to do it though. It is what it is because we've already folded this. We live and we learn and we just smile through it all, right? So just score that at 3 inches. Okay. Unbury my thing. This was the most challenging part of this project, was kind of thinking about what I wanted to have show. And yeah, because that's what I wanted to have show, but it's not gonna, doggone it, it's gonna get glued down, which is gonna be totally wasted. So what we might do is raise this up and make a bigger triangle so that we can make those fences more, I don't know, I'm overthinking this, aren't I? Wouldn't that be cool though, to have them kind of be seamless? But I think our triangles will be too small. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to work with it. It's just going to be like that. It's going to be a staggered fence. It's okay. It'll go in the reference journal. So I am going to ink this stuff up. So I'm going to ink the inside and the outside of both pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We should be fine there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this triangle and we're going to put it in the corner here. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and ink this baby up as well, just so it's not so, we want it to kind of stick out and be visible. The inking will help that. So that's going to get glued on there. Okay, so we're going to glue on two sides. So I'm going to hold it where I don't want the glue. So I'm going to put glue here and here, just a little bit. Okay. So we were up in near Seattle, not quite as far as Seattle, at our grandson's graduation yesterday, and I had placed a grocery order. I always just pick up from Fred Meyer, and I got nervous that we weren't going to get back in time to pick it up, and so I had to manufacture food for my husband and I for lunches today because I couldn't pick it up last night. So I had to pick it up. I had to pick it up today, and it was just like I didn't get home, and I had other things I had to do, and it was ridiculous. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is just test this out, make sure that this is in the right position. That actually looks kind of cool, so I don't mind that. And you just want the little point of that just to barely stick in that pocket, and then the rest of this gets glued down like that. Isn't that sweet? I actually kind of like it. It was not what I intended, but so now, oh, I guess we do need our, I like my Fabri-Tac because I like to be able to move things and adjust them if needed. So you're going to, once you kind of test that out, and then turn it over, and you're going to put glue over this whole beautiful image. And the other thing is I only had just Saturday to do crafting, so I didn't get much done in the studio. So I'm going to kind of, because this is now backwards for me, so I have to think about how I'm doing this. So let me open that up, and that will solve that problem. So you want to get this positioned in your little pocket, that little triangle, and have it be lined up the way you want it. Okay, so we'll just do that about. You don't want it in there too far because you don't want it to bind. And then go ahead and pinch that, and then turn this, because this is going to get glued down. Now, because we're using Fabri-Tac, we'll be able to move it. So, because I am all thumbs tonight. All thumbs. There we go. And I'm just eye-spying to see that it's straight on that edge, and then just glue that down, press it down. So now when you release this, this is glued down. And this actually is kind of cool because you don't lose any writing space. This is all writing space. So that's kind of neat as well. So that is that. That is as simple as it is. Sweet. That could have come down a little bit further. I don't think we can move it. I think we've waited too long, but you could tuck it just a little bit more so that things aren't popping up. I'm not sure why that is popping up. I'm not sure. Did I burnish that? It's getting better. It's okay. There we go. So I'll put a little label or word or something on that. The only thing I don't like is, why did this one look so different? Oh, because I used this this paper as a background paper, and so that's why it looked more interesting than this. I should have done that. That's kind of boring, isn't it? But it's okay. So let's do the second one, which is going to be a little bit bigger, as I mentioned. So I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so I've already cut these pieces as well. So the base piece is 7 by 7.5. So that's this piece here. And then my booklet is 6 1/8 by 7, and then my triangle. So we'll put those over there. And we are going to, let me just make sure my measurements are all copacetic. 7 by 7.5. Okay, So now we're going to score at 2.5 inches, but this time we're going to do it on the right side. So because we want it to go like this. Okay, so we're going to turn it so that we're scoring here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can do it that way, 2.5. What am I smoking? I don't smoke, guys. I don't smoke and I don't drink and I don't go but with boys that do. Okay, score, not cut. Although I did go with a boy who did. A long time ago. He didn't do it when he was with me, though. That was his previous life. He was, he messed with drugs and sold drugs, and he was lucky, blessed, covered by God to not have been arrested and caught for the things he and his friends tried to pull off. So when I was doing this and cutting this, it looks weird, right? Because it's a bigger piece of paper, and so I had to cut it down to fit. But I knew that this was the side that was going to be the front because I knew what direction it was going to go on here. So we're just going to score this one in half. So it is, oh goodness gracious, which direction? Which is which? 6. So, 6 1/8. I don't know how I got it 6 1/8. So that's that. So we want to go, so our measurements are 7 inches. So we're going to score at 3.5. Okay. And then go ahead and just fold that and give it a good burnish. And I'm going to ink this up. I might decorate this one. Not sure. Oh, I'm thinking I want to round the edges on this stuff. So I have to think this through and make sure I don't botch something, okay? So that's going to go like that. Okay. So we should be able to round everything without an impact. So let's go ahead and do that because I want to see what that would look like. So I'm going to use my 10 millimeter. So I'm going to score there. I'm going to round there and there. I'm going to go slow so I don't wreck this. And then here and here. And I do have to open this to do this because it's just a little bit too thick. I'm using 65-pound paper. So just rounding those 4 corners. Alrighty. That's going to be cool. So this is going to go on like that. Isn't that so cool? So so it's looking like we're covering up those book spines, but we're not, because when you open it, that's going to be visible, right? And I actually just love this. I love that being all writing space. Okay, so did I even have a sample? Did I show you an actual sample? Yeah, I did. This one. So let me open this because I don't know that I really did that for you. So see how that is? So I printed green on the back of this one. So same thing. It's still all writing space. It just looks different than this tea stain paper. So I'm going to ink this up and I'll be right back. Our lights just flickered. I have no idea why, other than it's about 95 degrees outside right now at, well, it's probably a little cooler now, but it's about 6:30 in the evening, and it's very, very hot. It was very hot yesterday and today, but I don't think that's what's going on. Hopefully we don't lose power. If we do, you won't be seeing this video. I'll have to re-record it, which is fine. This is a super simple project. Maybe we should call them super simple. Super simple, yeah, super simple card maker fold ideas. There we go. Okay, so there's that. I don't think I got all that edge, so let me catch that. Okay, so there we go. So let me just burnish that again since I opened and closed it and did all kinds of weird things. Can't figure out why that's not laying flatter. It's just popping up. Okay, so there is that. So now we got to get our little triangle in place, which is this really dark number corner here. There was another one that might have been a little bit lighter in color, but I think this will be fine. So this is going to go in this corner, okay? It's going to blend in beautifully. Look at that. So again, we're going to glue on those two corners. So it's going to go this way. So I'm just touching that side so I don't glue on the wrong edges. Okay, got to move my finger. Anyway, I'm so tired today. I'm so tired. But when I lose a whole day of crafting, it's like usually on the weekend I can get all my videos recorded for the entire week. And I only had my video that went up this morning. That was it. So now I don't have anything. This one needs to go up on Wednesday. Okay. There we go. So, oh, this is going to be challenging though because I rounded that corner. So that was maybe not the smartest thing to do. Let's see what we can make happen here. Probably just need to tuck it in a little bit further down, which is going to be fine. So I am going to, yeah, that's going to be fine. It'll be fine. I love that though. Oh my gosh. So now that we have an idea of what it's going to look like, we can take this out and then put glue on the back of this. And again, I'm using Fabri-Tac. Okay, and then you got to kind of tuck this in here first just to get it kind of positioned right. I should have I spied that edge. I think it was about there. So now I can just lift this edge. Okay. Sorry, I was just off camera, you guys. It's not helpful. And then just fold that in. Okay. And then just close it. We're using Fabri-Tac, so we've got time to move it around, okay? So that looks amazing. I'm just scooching that out because we don't want it to be too far into that triangle because it can be difficult to get it back out. So now I'm going to pop that open so I don't get any glue. If I moved that and got glue where I didn't want it, that's not quite straight. So I'm going to see if I can fudge that. I think it's not straight. Is it not straight? Yep, it is what it is now. It's okay. That is okay. So, I can stick this in here. Boom. She's in. Give that a burnish. I can probably set some books or something on this and have that lay down a little bit flatter over time. But that's going to go in a pocket anyway. So, I'll probably make a pocket maybe out of the book one. A piece of this, and then I can have that be here and it'll bring those book spines back out and into the project. So isn't that cool? I love it. So let me see if I can find something to decorate this one with. So I've got my words, and let's see what else we've got in here that we might be able to use. This is my little box of ephemera. I've got so much ephemera, you guys. I decided I needed to stop printing so much and just print my ephemera and then print my journal pages as I go. Because I've got way too much stuff going on in the studio. Too many things printed. So I'm just looking for something that would go good on that I can just like cut something. Oh, this one right here. Look at that. Perfect. Let's just fussy cut this out really quick. Okay, that's a little bit finicky there. But we got it. We got it going on here. So I'm just going to ink this up. I love these books. I love these books so much. There we go. They just make a great, oh, look at that. That is perfect there. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even need anything else. Do we need to put something under it? Do we need to put some of our gauze under it? I say yes. I say yes. This is that fuzzy gauze. Really fuzzy, soft. It's very soft. It's very interesting. So I'm just going to get a bit of that there. Okay, let's pull that, distort it a little bit. Probably a little bit bigger than it needs to be. Well, no, that'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down with my Fabri-Tac. Oh, but that's going to be, you know, it's not too thick, so we're going to go with it. Usually you want to be cautious of that because when you want to write on this, you don't want something super bumpy over here on this side, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think it's going to be just fine and dandy. Okay, it's not too thick. And then we're going to glue this on as well. Oh, that's really weak. That little bookmark sticking out the bottom. I'll have to get some glue on there. Let's use the white glue for that little bit. I don't want that to get wrecked. Come on. Oh, for heaven's sake. It's hot here, so my glue is probably not going to be happy when I leave it open like this. There we go. Okay, so let's stick that baby on there. Oh, that is so cool. I love it. I love feathers. Really love feathers. That is neat. Look at that. Awesome. Let's get a word, or quote, rather. So let's see what we have. We don't want something too big. Oh, I chase endings but love the middle. I think that's a good one right there. Don't you love it when the first one you see is the one that fits? Okay. Actually, I like this one better. My bookmarks know more than most people. And I like that because I like that little bookmark sticking out there. So we're going to use this. I got to get it cut loose of that. I'm not going to decorate the spring one on camera because I don't have the stuff right here, but you guys know my jam. So basically I try to pick a fussy cut, and I love words and quotes. I mean, I very rarely ever create something without them. I really love words, and quotes I love quotes. So I'll do that off camera, and I'll probably do another one. I might redo that garden one that we just did, so you can see what it would look like if this was better, because that's kind of weird. So I might do another one and put that one in my reference journal. So where should we put the quote? I think down here would be fitting. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut some of that gauze off because I feel like it's pretty thick right there. And since I'm going to put the word about there, we can remove that bulk there. And then we're just going to use our Fabri-Tac because, are we putting it on the gauze? Oh, I don't remember already. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit up on that. So see how that quote is right by that bookmark. I love it. I love it. And make sure it's straightish. Okay, there we go. So isn't that so cool, guys? I mean, and then you open this up and you've got this great writing space. The whole thing is writing space. And I hope, if I find that creator, I will put it in our Facebook group so you guys can check her out. I just can't figure out, and I know I saved the video because that's what I do, but I can't find it. So I don't know what, I probably dropped it into a playlist that didn't make sense for the project, but I'll see if I can figure it out. So that is it. Those are our two things. I'll put something on the front of this, and I'll make another one. And then I also have this paper is from some of the kits for the book journal, the grungy book journal too. And I thought it would be fun to bring in some of this look with these beautiful flowers. And I like that wrinkled paper, so I might make one with this as well. And but you'll be able to see that at the end of the video in the photos. So my friends, thank you so much for listening to my jibber jabber and my my manic episodes. But I will see you guys in the next video. Again, if you want to join the group, it is, I didn't even tell you what it was. I'll put it in the on the screen, but it's B.Reborn Art Journal Inspiration Group, and the hashtag I'll put right below it on the screen so you guys can check it out. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.